Hey guys, it's Ban Bunny of BanBunny.com, and I'm here tonight at the Masquerade with Matt Sharp of The Rentals. How are you?
I'm very good.
Well, I'm very excited to be here with you and have this opportunity. And just wanted to ask you a little bit about your recent your new EP. If you want to hold it, the Last Little Life. What is the concept behind this new EP?
Well, all the songs start with the letter L, so that's a good place to start. You know, kind of like Sesame Street or something like that. And
Are you saying that your audience members are kind of on that level, or?
No, I think the group itself is certainly on that level. You know, we're a little bit Sesame Street, a little bit Steve Martin, a little bit something else. You know, this EP was basically is a collection of our home recordings. So we recorded at our drummer Dan's house, and we were just trying to get an idea of how we might want to approach recording our next album. And so we started recording a few of these different songs, and I had a friend of mine come down who had actually helped me out a lot when I was in Weezer, and his name's Joe Ciccarelli, and I asked if he would come down and just kind of give a listen to where we were at and give us some input, because he had just finished the Last Shins record, which I'm a huge fan of, and I just think he mixed that record, and I just thought that it was so sonically pleasing to listen to. And so he came down and he heard these recordings, and he said, you should just put them out as they are, you know, and don't be too precious about it, and don't take forever and a day like I'm used to with putting out records, and just I don't know. He offered to mix them for us, so he thought it would be a good idea that we weren't too precious with it. So.
Okay. All right. And why did you choose to include a new version of Sweetness and Tenderness on the EP?
Oh, well. Hey there.
Hey, guys.
I guess the main reason was that was the first song that I worked on with Sarah. Sarah's one of our singers in the group. She's a singer-songwriter that I met. She's from Texas, and she moved out to L.A. to without her, essentially, we probably would not have started the idea of performing again and recording again.
Really?
And but we sat down at a piano right in the very beginning and just started looking at the old songs, and it was one of the very first songs we started playing together, and it seemed like I don't know, it just seemed natural, and so we brought it into the whole group once we kind of figured out who we were, and it was one of the very first songs we worked on in rehearsals together, and it just seemed to be one of those nice moments where it didn't take a lot of work to figure it out. It was a completely different approach to the song, but everybody felt at ease, and it said something about that. And we did it last summer on our first tour back last summer, and so I thought it would also be nice to give something back to all the people that came out and supported us last year.
Yeah, it's a nice little nugget on there. Now, does the whole band write songs together, or does one person, bring the song to the band and then you guys work out an arrangement together?
Well, more or less, I have I'm essentially the director of what we do, and so with the majority of our songs, I bring in the idea of it and kind of whittle down from a bunch of ideas what I think we should be working on. I bring them to Sarah, and then we kind of whittle them down further, and then we bring them to the group, and then we kind of start going through them and arranging them, or bring them to Dan and let him start recording them and that kind of thing.
Okay, I mean, they all start with you, of course.
For the most part, there's one song that we've been working on that started with our bass player Rachel Hayden. She's when the Rentals very first started in around the time of the Blue album, when I was in Weezer, she was in a band called That Dog, and we played together quite often, and more or less the first Rentals record was basically an excuse to work with her, and I just thought she had just the most beautiful voice, and so we've been working on some new songs, and one of the songs, it started from her. There was a a verse that she had that was just really beautiful. I thought, oh, actually, I think that's more of a chorus than a verse, and started working on it. And I brought it to her and said, hey, do you mind if we, record this idea of yours? But I'm going to completely, move the pieces around a little bit. And she was real generous with that.